So at this time, we are going to move on to welcome Bob Miceli, Regional CNC Systems Sales Manager, and Gary Chojecki, Regional Feedback Systems Sales Manager, both from Fagor Automation. Bob and Gary are here to discuss how artificial intelligence has empowered influential changes in machining processes and how it is obtained and implemented with the latest hardware power, machining algorithms, web-based features, and integration of precision devices, sensors, and data flow management. So welcome, Bob and Gary, and I'm going to turn this over to you to present.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Hello, this is Ryan Adamovic, Marketing Coordinator for Fagor Automation. We are pleased to be a part of the Manufacturing Tech Showcase webinar. We have a fantastic presentation for you with not one but two Fagor presenters. Bob Miceli, Regional CNC System Manager, and Gary Chojecki, Regional Feedback System Manager. Together, they are presenting a presentation on how technology is used to improve the machining process, quality, and productivity. But first, we wanted to further acquaint you with our organization. We are a proud member of the Mondragon Corporation, the world's largest employee-owned cooperative. Like Elizabeth mentioned, we have been one of the leading providers for machine automation and control products for over 45 years. We provide CNC systems, linear encoders, angular encoders, servo drives and motors, and digital readouts, meaning we're one of the few existing companies to be a single source solution provider for both CNC controls, feedback devices, and servo drives and motors. While we have a worldwide presence, our automation systems are used by a range of American machine manufacturers that covers the entire scope of manufacturing in the United States. Some of those applications include hybrid additive machines, mold making and deep hole drilling, multi-channel complex automation with 10+ axes, precision optical grinding, 5-axis high-speed milling, turning, and jig grinding, and laser cutting. Today, we intend to showcase some of the technology we've implemented to make some of these applications even more successful. Now, here's Bob Miceli with advancements in control system technology.
Well, thank you, Ryan. And today I'd like to talk to you about smart technology. What is smart technology? Well, smart technology is defined as a self-monitoring, analyzing, and reporting technology. It utilizes machine learning and artificial intelligence to optimize your process. How can this apply to control technology for machine tools in the aerospace, automotive, and medical and other industries? And how can it improve the process? Those of you already familiar with Fagor Automation know that we offer an integral solution for milling, turning, grinding, laser, and other general automation, namely by our large selection of features. Our CNC systems meet the most demanding requirements in the field. From production conversational programming applications to high-speed CNCs with nanometric accuracy. In other words, Fagor offers controls and software designed to meet high-speed machining demands for the aerospace industry to the high accuracies and fine finishes required by the medical industry. But we need to take it further. How do we continuously work to exceed those needs? How can we put ourselves in a better technological position for the future? For performance, you need powerful hardware and software features. What do we mean by this? Well, in order to implement powerful software features, we must have powerful hardware to support it. Think about this. Smartphones of today are more powerful than what your average PC desktop was a decade ago. Our flagship control, the 8065, has been redesigned top to bottom to a new platform. The Q7 platform is built with the current and next generation of manufacturing engineers and machinists in mind, while keeping the same goal we've always had: easy to use, and more powerful than ever, and always backwards compatible. Using the Windows 10 operating system, Fagor makes collecting data from your machine tools seamless and intuitive, while also keeping your proprietary data safe and secure. The quad-core processor and the 16 gigabytes of NAND flash memory ensures lightning-fast processing speeds, efficiently storing the data while running complex toolpaths. Also available, up to 128 gigabytes of compact flash solid-state memory. Unnecessary or otherwise potentially problematic components, such as a fan, a battery, have been removed, making the overall control unit 40 to 60% slimmer. Last but certainly not least, our Q7 platform has been designed to run our upcoming HMTL5 based human-machine interface. This machine tool HMI is the most diverse and open platform in the industry and further enhances Industry 4.0 communications across multiple devices, such as iPhones, tablets, Androids, and remote PCs. Quad-core Q7 technology at its best. With this hardware, we are more easily able to run much more complex and powerful software features like DMC. DMC, Dynamic Machine Control, is Fagor's patented feature that utilizes machine learning to adapt feed rate during machining and to keep cutting power as close as possible to ideal machining conditions. The old school way of doing this was having an experienced machinist manually turn up and down the feed rate during machining, based on how the machine sounds. What happens if the operator is handling multiple machines? What if the operator is not experienced? With this AI-based feature, your machining center can intellectually learn the operation and set optimum machine conditions that you have predefined in your machining parameters. This control is able to learn this by analyzing the tool load and making very rapid adjustments when more load is encountered, this reducing the vibration, chatter, and increased productivity. DMC can be used for any milling or turning operation. It is most useful during heavy material removal process. This is going to save time. Our customers tell us that in many machine centers, there are clear improvements in maintenance of tool and cycle time. I was speaking with a machine operator who clearly appreciated that without DMC, he had to stop every 1.5 to 2 hours to make tool inspections and adjustments in the tool's feeds and speeds due to wear. However, with DMC, after 3 or 4 hours of continuous machining and maintaining the previous productivity rate, the work did not have to be stopped to inspect the tool and did not require adjustments, saving cycle time during the roughing and finishing operations between 20 to 25%. Due to this built-in algorithm analyzing spindle and axis motor loads, making the adjustments to the feeds and speeds for optimum tool life and part finish. Let's talk about Fagor's high-speed cutting algorithms, HSSA. Fagor's high-speed surface accuracy machining system is improving the manufacturing process. You know, today's sophisticated CAD/CAM systems allow the design of more complex geometric elements. The CAD/CAM system generates cloud points that must be generated by the CNC control. Depending upon the user's needs, Fagor Automation offers 3 modes where priority can be given to either accuracy, time, or the quality of part. These 3 modes include fast. This is a method which is focused on making the parts in the shortest possible time and is optimal for roughing operations. Next, our contour. Our contour method is focused on high precision machining. And finally, surface. The surface method offers a combination of both to obtain quality parts and high surface finish. Most important is that these algorithms can be switched on the fly, and also the CNC allows to select different sets of servo parameters to improve its dynamic behavior. Up to 4 sets of parameters are allowed. Let's talk about dynamic override. Dynamic override allows the operator to manually adjust machine conditions in a real-time environment. As a machine tool operator, I've experienced part programs that need to be tweaked during the execution of the program. Fagor has developed a simple slide bar to adjust parameter conditions on the fly. This will give the operator the ability to control part finish and accuracy during the first run. The control will store these changes and execute the modifications during the next runs if required. Now let's talk about kinematic calibration. Absolutely critical to 5-axis machining or higher. Over time, machine dynamics change due to various reasons. We all know this. Temperature fluctuations, wear and tear, failure of mechanical parts. This affects machine kinematics and they will need to be recalibrated. An HMI has been developed for this process that is simple and intuitive. The process is integrated into the 8065 and Q7 platforms. It's easily condensed to one single page where the operator only has to enter a few data points and the CNC will automatically calculate the parameter values. The control does all the difficult calculations for the operator seamlessly. You know, we have users out there make parts that are very expensive, between $50,000 to $80,000 per part. They consider this feature absolutely essential to their process, and they're just blown away at how easy it is to use. It is also helpful for OEMs who are setting up machines for the first time. Now let's talk about volumetric compensation. No machine tool out there has perfect geometry, and in order to achieve strict accuracy standards needed by the aerospace and medical industry, we need a machine tool with perfect geometry. Volumetric compensation allows the calculation and implements changes in the CNC system to achieve near perfect machine tool performance throughout the whole machine's working envelope. I'd like to talk to you about connectivity. You know, support is just a click away. And in this world of the smart factory, we've installed TeamViewer software into every Fagor Windows 10 based control system. If you have a question, simply call the Fagor service line. Allow the service technician to log into your control, diagnose, possibly repair the issue without a costly service tech call. You know, this includes the tuning of the servo axis, installation of software features, and programming troubleshooting. Along with that, Fagor has digitally integrated their manuals into the control. Should you have a programming question or a setup question, press the Help key from the screen that you're on, and the menu will guide you through a step-by-step process and answer your questions of that operation. Our controls are open architecture, allows the OEM to develop their own custom apps specifically designed for their machines. This sets you apart from your competition. OEMs meticulously design and polish every end of their machine to fit the application. Why should this design have to stop at the control? This gives the OEM the power to develop their own service and maintenance animations and make custom applications for the end user or in-house maintenance personnel to access right at the control. Even the end user has the power to develop or utilize third-party applications. In conclusion, Fagor's Q7 and Quarco's quad-core technology with advanced servo platform is powerful, compact, smart, with infinite possibilities. Only at Fagor. And I thank you for your time.
Thank you, Bob. Now here's Gary Chojecki with advancements in precision measuring devices.
Thank you, Ryan. Over the years, manufacturing technology opened up new possibilities for the types of parts that can be designed and machined. Improvements in the accuracy and precision of machine tools have allowed for these parts to be created with much greater tolerances that can be held over for dozens, hundreds, and even thousands of different part cycles. In order to achieve a quality machine component, it is essential to address 4 key factors. Number one, the machine construction. The machine is designed to effectively perform machining operations without any excessive deflection of its support components. In other words, you have a good, solid machine. Next is the control system. It is responsible for processing the program and maintaining the machine kinematics at an optimal level. Third is an environmental conducive to machining. So you have to avoid fluctuations in humidity, temperature, and contamination. Lastly, feedback systems, a linear or angular device that the machine utilizes to measure the position of moving parts. These feedback systems need to overcome certain obstacles in order to achieve accuracy. Machine deviation, how the machine dynamics are going to change over time in a demanding operation. Achieving accuracy, how close can you get to the correct measurement? Achieving reliability, the ability to retain the desired tolerance. Thermal effects also come into play. Vibration. And lastly, contamination. Not all encoders are the same. Different manufacturers offer different encoders. There's the etching of the glass, vibration resistance, build quality, signal quality, also known as interpolation error. Plus, there's different photodiodes that manufacturers utilize. Fagor Automation provides a wide range of feedback devices that are designed to overcome these challenges. Linear encoders, angular encoders, exposed linear encoders. In order to further overcome these obstacles to machining quality, Fagor has recently introduced a new technological solution, the Fagor Series 3 encoders. The new Fagor Series S3 and G3 linear encoders implement several patented technologies designed for adverse machining conditions. These technologies include sensor compensation, 3-Statec optical technology, a redesigned thermal determined mounting system, a new body design that guarantees 300 meters per second squared vibration resistance, and a repeatability lower than 1 micron for any travel speed. Fagor Automation has developed and patented advanced technology and has incorporated into our feedback systems. Fagor encoders calculate the absolute position by reading unique laser etch binary code using a specially shaped photodiode with fringe scanning technology. Fagor maintains a high standard of plus or minus 1% of the pitch as maximum interpolation error. Minimizing interpolation error is done through advanced signal processing and filtering to provide the most quality, stable, and repeatable measurement at all times. Fringe scanning technology, advanced signal processing coupled with high mechanical standards make it possible to achieve nano measuring resolution with the highest repeatability possible. However, all that accuracy that encoders provide, no matter what brand you use, can still be compromised during adverse machining conditions, until now. In the typical machining process, your production is up and running, the machine is making parts. All is good. But you might be using water coolant or oil in your cutting process. In some cases, this can eventually lead to the buildup of water contamination or condensation or even oil contamination on your linear scale. Oh no, the alarm just went off. Why? This contamination can sometimes lead to the wrong sequence and information that is misinterpreted in the code sequence of your feedback device. Contamination has happened. More specifically, when the reader head attempts to interpret the signals, it receives distorted pattern and cannot determine the correct and accurate position of where it is. Fagor Automation has two technological solutions that work simultaneously to almost minimize the effects caused by possible contamination. The first being sensor compensation. Advanced software and electronics self-regulates the intensity of the specialized photodiode reading, allowing to maintain a consistent 1 volt peak-to-peak signal. So as the scale gets contaminated, the LED receives more light, more current, and it increases the intensity to read through the contamination. Fagor took it a step further and designed another solution. a solution that utilizes smart technology called 3-state tech. How it works? 3-state technology captures a unique binary code which is laser etched along the absolute track located on the glass scale. The binary code to calculate this position is not directly extracted, but is decodified to a protected code sequence. The CCD camera captures a 48-bit scan, and it only requires 16 bits of code to calculate the correct absolute position despite not having the complete sequence, which was caused by contamination. These two solutions guarantee the correct measurement despite effects of the environment. With the new S3 and G3 linear encoders, Fagor utilizes a new mechanical compensation design of the reader head that offers a repeatability lower than 1 micron at any travel speed. Most machine shops do not operate in a controlled environment. This affects the accuracy of the finished part. Temperature-induced errors are further minimized by Fagor's redesigned Thermal Determined Mounting System, TDMS, which compensates for expansion and contraction. The new mechanical design allows us to uniformly torque the mounting points along the length of the scale, resulting in lower deformations on the scale. The S3 and G3 have a newly reinforced extrusion design. Its reinforced design is more robust and allows for increased vibration resistance up to 300 meters per second squared. The new Encoder series incorporates a new fluoropolymer type sealing lips as standard. These new sealing lips are designed to offer higher resistance for all type of coolants and contaminants. Series 3 encoders cover a range of dimensional applications, specifically the S3. The S3 is designed for smaller mounting applications with measuring lengths of 70 millimeters to 1,240 millimeters. Attention to detail has also been given to the reader head, reducing the height by almost 40%, allowing a smaller footprint. There is also an option to have threaded mounting holes on the reader head. This enables the encoder to be mounted without requiring mounting nuts. The G3 is designed for wider, more robust applications, measuring 140 all the way up to 3,240 millimeters in length with a single glass scale. The reader head allows for air intake and electrical connections which are integrated on either side of the reader head, allowing you to select which side the cable would exit. Like the S3, there is a threaded head option. Our L series completes the linear encoder lineup with an extended range modular design. The mounting length goes all the way from 440 millimeters all the way up to 60 meters in length. Instead of a glass scale, the L series incorporates a graduated steel tape design. Fagor offers incremental output signals. These are TTL differential or 1 volt peak to peak. There is also absolute communication protocols depending on the control system manufacturer. Fagor Automation offers different absolute communication protocols compatible with the main control system manufacturers have in the market. We also provide custom protocols depending on the customer specifications. So some of the characteristics for our enclosed scales are maximum speed of 180 meters per minute, maximum acceleration of 100 meters per second squared, maximum vibration 300 meters per second squared, maximum shock 300 meters per second squared. And protection, we offer an IP rating of IP53, or if you add airport to your system, we can go all the way up to an IP64 rating. Another feedback solution that we offer are our high accuracy angular encoders, available in both hollow shaft and solid shaft. Our accuracies range from 10 arc seconds all the way to 1 arc second. Shock is at 1,000 meters per second squared. Vibration 100 meters per second squared. These are also offered with an IP rating of IP64. Fagor Automation also offers a full line of exposed scales that are adhesive, guided, or tension type, depending on your application. Some of the characteristics are our maximum vibration of 200 meters per second squared, maximum shock rating of 1,000 meters per second squared, with an accuracy of plus or minus 10 micron to plus or minus 5 micron accuracy. Lastly, we wanted to go over the Fagor Advantage, a set of high standards that we uphold for the benefit of our users. Fagor has been providing a high-quality product for over 45 years in the industry. Fagor offers an industry-leading 2-year warranty. OEM specifically can take advantage of up to an additional 12-month grace period, effectively extending the warranty to a full 3 years. Our products are guaranteed to be delivered in 4 to 6 weeks. And Fagor understands that customers require their products on time, so we cooperate with our customers based on their sales forecast to stock products they need at our Chicago facility. We have the flexibility to customize our feedback devices based on the customer specifications. And finally, Fagor prices competitively with the other encoder providers with the goal of generating savings for your business. Thank you.
Thanks, Gary. Thank you for watching. Now that we've finished our presentation, we're going to slide on over to the live questions and answers.
Thanks so much to Ryan, Bob, and Gary for that wonderful presentation. And we do have some questions from the audience. Can we unmute Bob and Ryan, please? Okay, we're going to go into our first question, and Bob or Gary, feel free to jump in, whichever wants to answer. The first one is somebody wants to know if they can add EtherCAT peripherals to Fagor Control.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, you can. You can. It is ready to go. So yeah, that's a positive.
Great. And the next question from the audience, what if I require an encoder delivery faster than 4 to 6 weeks? How can Fagor help?
Well, normally delivery is going to be 4 to 6 weeks from Fagor, Spain. But if the customer is going to require it sooner, Fagor does offer a few options, depending on if the scale is actually in stock in Fagor, Spain, or if we have to make one. So depending on the situation, we can ship in 1 day, we can ship in 5 to 7 days, or we can ship in 1 to 3 weeks from Spain. There is a reasonable charge that would be involved in this process.
Terrific. And I see another question has come in. Am I able to replace my existing scales on my machine with Fagor encoders?
Yes, definitely. Fagor linear scales are both mechanically and electrically compatible with other scale manufacturers. So if you give us a call and let us know what you're trying to replace, and we'll be more than happy to assist you with our linear scale.
Great. And here is another question, again, either Bob or Gary. Am I able to retrofit my machine with the Fagor control?
Absolutely, yes. You know, the one nice thing about the Fagor control system is that it's out of the box, ready to go. Your system, as soon as you mount it onto the machine, you are able to start jogging your axis around, you know, without having to do any manipulation of the PLC at that point. So any machine that is, you know, easily retrofittable for a CNC control system, provided that it's got all the hardware and all that, our control systems would be just a breeze to put something like that on.
Terrific. That's great to know. Okay, I don't see any more questions coming in, so I want to thank all three of you, Ryan, Bob, and Gary, for a wonderful presentation during the Manufacturing Tech Showcase event. And we are going to move on now to our next presenter.